Adversity? Bring it. The struggle? We welcome it. Snooze on life? Never that. We are Dave Regina and Mike Pirelli, and this is the No Snooze Podcast. Come on.
Welcome back, No Snooze Podcast, episode 74. On today's episode, we're talking about ghosts, start of football season, floods, and more.
Yeah.
You know, myself, Miguel, David, Claudio, Justin, you know, the dream team. If this is your first episode, you're in for an absolute treat.
Yes, for real. And highly caffeinated. Daddy doesn't decaf, my brother. We're battling right now, though.
I'm embarrassed, though, because I'm trying to support local, and I got Dunkin'.
Anybody who has
Starbucks.
Dunkin' Donuts versus the Starbies, I mean, that's just, that honestly tastes like dirty water.
We've been talking about it in a lot of episodes. Dunkin' is me, you know, not high maintenance, not fancy, and then you are Starbies.
And I'm Starbies.
Overpriced, overrated.
Listen, I had a shambly morning, but we're back. Happy to be in the booth. The booth is looking better than ever.
They're doing an incredible job.
Shout out to CV.
I think I dropped the ball. My mom went to some like liquidation event somewhere. I don't know where she gets her. She gets supplies like she's Staples. I think she's going to get arrested at one point. But she got chairs. She's like, "Do you need an office chairs?" I dropped the ball. I didn't even think I got one.
Wow. So now you're going to be sitting on a great. You're going to be sitting on a nice chair, and I'll be in the old ones. All right, man. That's all good. I hear you have a great story to tell. I need you to make this episode a little bit quicker. I may have forgot my boxers this morning as part of my shambly morning. Callie had an atrocious night's sleep.
But those are soft jeans, so
yeah, they're nice. They're the the elastic ones. I got to fit my big cheeks in them.
That's the only way I thought you could fit in those. They had to be elastic. When you got them, they were regular jeans. They became elastic.
Yeah, that's right.
But it is very bizarre that we're in September, getting closer to October, and then stuff starts happening at the house as kind of wild. So paranormal action. I've been heavy in aliens lately.
I hate aliens.
Conspiracy theories. And then in addition, I was telling Justin before we started recording, I like scary movies, but they stick with me and I like have crazy dreams. I'm not afraid.
What kind of scary movie are you talking about? But it gives me
anxiety. I like it all. I like gore,
like scary
paranormal
movie?
activity.
Like scary movie
movie's a great movie.
Is that scary though?
No. That's a comedy.
It's a funny one.
Yes.
That is a funny one.
So like paranormal activity, but like the jumpy stuff is also good. I know you're a movie
like
guy,
Jaws.
So.
Jaws
isn't scary. That's
pretty scary.
That's more like a life scenario that you will do in the future that you're afraid of going in the water now.
Okay.
That's less fun for me. I like jumpy stuff. I like zombies, Dracula, all that stuff.
What's the one where they write red rum, red rum, red rum? Murder backwards? What movie is that?
Oh, I don't know.
Come on, the people are going to toast you.
Coming out.
What movie is that, CV?
CV.
Red rum on the mirror?
Red rum.
Yes, red rum.
You're just thinking back.
It's one of the scariest movies of all time.
You're just thinking about the Mai Tais.
People are going to roast you. People are probably screaming at you.
I don't know.
Now.
I'm not like the horror
You're
guy.
the movie
My
guy.
cousins are like horror fans, like huge. Like every time I see them, like, what do we watch?
The Shining. There you go.
I haven't seen The Shining. That's another one I haven't seen. Here's Johnny. I know the quotes. Though.
Oh, there you go.
So you ready for this?
Yep.
So Dana and I are sitting in bed. It's kind of early. Monday night. We're both exhausted. We're kind of like, this sounds so stupid. I have glasses that don't match my prescription because I'm too lazy to get new ones because I only wear them in bed to watch TV. So my
Are they old glasses or
yes.
just okay? Gotcha.
They're Gucci. I got them like maybe longer, 10 years ago.
Okay.
And after I got them, I'm like, that was the stupidest purchase. Like, I can't believe I purchased Gucci glasses.
Nice frames though.
Nice frames. We had Livy. She snapped one arm off, so now I wear it
Taped
like
it?
a monocle. No, okay. I don't even. I just put it in like this.
Just lay it over.
Yeah. So
is that what's called a monocle?
Monocles with one. So the preference. So to preface, I've like don't have great eyesight, right? So Dana's sitting in bed with me on the right. We just had watched American Horror Story, which is this season is about a pill you take that it's called Muse, and it makes you. It makes you basically live up to your potential. So if you're a writer and you have talent, you become like a best-selling writer, and it just flows out of you.
So it's like Adderall.
They actually reference it, right?
Gotcha.
But in the movie or the show, they basically say like, well, if you don't have talent, A, you turn into a vampire, a bloodsucker. So if you're talentless, this is how you know if you're talented. Then B, it drains you of all the minerals that are in your blood. So you have to go get fresh blood. So
okay.
either way, you're in a vampire. So it's kind of a play on like what people think LA is. Like people think LA, like superstars have sold their soul and all that stuff.
Yep.
But anyway, we just watched that. So we watched something scary, right? In that show, there was no ghost. There was nothing. It was just kind of freaky.
Okay.
More gory than anything. So we're sitting in bed, and Dana's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So she gets up and goes to the bathroom, and I'm still sitting in bed. We're watching Boardwalk Empire, which is like our show that we watch at least an ep a night. So she gets in bed, but you know when you're locked into a show and you're just like not paying attention, I'm a little tired. So in my head, I'm like, she's still in the bathroom, but she's in the bed.
Okay.
So I look over, and in the corner of my eye, I see a shadow, and it looks like a nightgown, right? And it literally looks like it's taking like slow steps. But I'm like, oh, that's Dana. I'm again chills just telling it. So I'm like, that's Dana. And I'm looking, and then I look over at her. And I'm like, holy shit, Dana's in bed with me. And then I look back, and it's still there. And both I and Dana at the same time jump up.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, was that light? And then you see light go by. So we're like, oof. So in my head, I'm doing the math. I'm like, what angle would a car come that light would go slowly across? But I literally saw a woman in a nightgown. So I'm like, Dana, did you see
Livy
that?
wearing a nightgown?
Yeah, Livy was running around. I'm not like I probably could have beat her up. Like if we were in a fight, like she was probably like 5'10".
Okay, so you were much bigger.
But she had a white nightgown. Like I saw that. And then I saw the leg. Like I saw the movement of a gown.
Similar to the chick in the ring?
Yes.
Whoa, good movie reference right there.
So I go, Dana, did you see that? She goes, yeah, like a nightgown looking thing. And I'm like, oh my God. She saw this same thing.
Okay,
that's and she jumped up. Okay, so I'm getting chills just thinking about it. So then I'm like, all right, whatever. Like it was light. We're good. Like this house. Yeah. But keep in mind, our house we live on 2 levels right now. And it's a 4-level. There's 2 more levels above us we never go in. And it's like pretty run down. There's all these weird closets. Like it's not like freaky by any, like if you're up there, it's not weird. Like you don't get a weird feeling. So nothing like this has happened where we even had a hint of like a ghost. So I go to bed and I fall asleep, right? I have a dream, which I'll come back to. And I say something to Dana in my sleep, but I don't remember it the next morning, right? So I go to work. As I'm driving home, you ever have like a memory of you like remember what you dreamt about?
Yep.
So out of nowhere, I get this memory of like, oh my God.
You had that dream.
I saw, look, chills again. I saw a woman in my dream in the house, and she looked at me and she goes, I'm Taylor. I used to live here.
And she said her name too?
Her name, clear as day.
I'm Taylor.
And I remember not being afraid of it. I wasn't afraid when she said it. Then in my sleep, I went to Dana, it's Taylor. It's Taylor. And she goes, what? And I was like, oh, I thought you said something. And I went back to sleep. Because I'm
getting chills, no joke.
I talk in my sleep a lot. So it's not uncommon for me to be like standing in the middle of the room.
And you have the night terrors.
I have night terrors. So like I've woken up in other parts of the house just standing.
He's been in the microwave before.
Yeah. So for me, I have this theory of like either I've been abducted by aliens or like I'm like an avenue for like spirits and stuff. Like I can... whatever. So that happens, right? And I'm like, we got to look up. Like,
you have to check records.
A Taylor.
Don't tell me that a Taylor.
I'm like, if a Taylor lived here.
Don't.
So I did some research and I looked back in the tax card and I was looking through all the names, but it only shows the names of people that are on the tax card. Okay. So like you can own a home, but Karina might not be on it.
Gotcha. Or my daughter.
So we didn't get to the final, like we didn't see it. But then, like as clear as day, they said Taylor. Like I would,
it's Taylor.
I would bet like Livy that this woman looked me in the face
and said, "I'm Taylor."
And I want to say she had black hair and she had like a nightgown on. I was like, "It's me, Taylor. I lived in this house," but it was clear.
But she was nice.
Yeah, like I don't remember being afraid.
Okay, all right.
So like when we got home, we were joking about it. I'm like, yo, Taylor, like, did you clean up upstairs? Like, which is, I've seen a lot of scary movies. That's probably not the best, is to like egg them on.
No, but then she might come back and hang out with you. And
so we looked it up, couldn't find anything that's at Taylor. Then there's it's like who died in my house.com or something. It's $12 to see if anyone passed away in your house. So before the next episode, I'm going to do it. And I'll give you guys a report. But what I did, so I've watched a lot of these, like, you ever see those shows, paranormal shows, where they're like, all right, this is the most haunted basement. Let me go stand here and see if I feel anything.
Yes.
And there's always cold, right? You always feel cold.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, something's wrong. Like, I don't feel right. So I'm like, let me go where the girl walked or the woman walked. So I was standing there and I started getting shivers again. And I was like,
oh, boy.
I was like, this is wild. So we may or may not have a ghost. Her name is Taylor.
Taylor, okay.
So if anybody knows about someone named Taylor that might have lived on my street, let me know.
Wow.
So, wild, right?
When you said the name, I got chills.
Well, how weird is it that she was like, it's me, Taylor.
And you're very
I
clear
lived in
about
this
it,
house.
yeah.
And then I said it to Dana. Dana, her name's Taylor.
And you just remembered it after while you
But
were
I
there.
didn't remember it the next
That you
morning.
did,
And
yes.
then when I was driving home,
You knew that it was
like
that.
I was within Wi-Fi range, and Taylor was like, listen, you need to tell people my name.
Wow.
And there's
Well, hopefully she's a protector.
Well, our house was
Taylor the protector.
They rented out by the room for a while, and then there was like 3 or 4 people before us. So we get tons of mail. So we were going through the mail. We were like,
my
is there a
God.
Taylor? Is there a Taylor? So I kind of wish there was.
But
'cause
Taylor's
then we'd be
gone,
like, wow.
obviously. She's no longer with us, and she's a ghost.
Who knows? I mean, maybe she's in the house somewhere.
Oh,
We're going to start renovations. So like,
load.
I'm excited to see like if they pull something out of the wall and it's like Taylor on the wall.
Oh, man.
You're not excited? That got me like fired up. I'm like, whoa, I can't wait to share this.
tough. At least it's not a bad ghost. You know,
We
like-
don't know yet.
Yeah, but I don't think she'd introduce
If you
herself
were a
like
ghost,
that.
would you not?
I would let you know.
I would mess with people. I'd be like, hey,
Yeah,
I'm a
but
nice
that's what I'm
ghost.
saying.
And then boom.
She lets you know that, you know, I'm here. I used to live here.
It's Taylor, like, get your form better. Lift a little more.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was my getting ready for October. I don't
Okay.
know if it was American Horror Story. I really enjoyed so far. I recommend the show. It's freaky. You watch it in order and all comes
May see
together.
ghosts after. Who knows?
It's the best part.
Great story, my brother. Thank you for sharing.
Do you believe in
Podbot?
ghosts? Comment below.
I'm going Podbot update quickly. Get away from this subject right now.
Well, shivering burns cows.
Yeah, so Podbot update. Let me get my calendar. Michael, you're going to be happy with me.
Uh-oh.
So today was actually workout 219
Oh,
on the year.
I've been keeping track. Thank God.
On my quest. On my quest to 260. For those of you who don't follow her, this may be your
seems
first
like a low.
episode.
That seems like a low goal for you.
Well, think about it. 5 days a week times 52 weeks is 260.
Yeah.
Right? So it's an attainable goal for sure. But
Yeah.
it gives me confidence knowing that I get closer and closer every time I work out.
We pushed to 300 for the people.
Well, I will finish. I'll finish over 300.
Okay.
But this will be the first year that I consistently tracked it to where I would be over 300 days, meaning that I only took 65 days off for the year. That's pretty damn good.
It's pretty good. Do you check in on your phone? Like,
Yeah,
how
I just
you-
do it. Yeah, I literally write workout 219 and that's it.
Okay.
I work out
Very
220,
cool.
boom,
Like
boom,
it.
boom. Yes. So 41 more workouts to the goal.
Okay.
And then we'll have a celebration.
I guess for
Yeah?
that obscure goal.
Yeah, it is. When I went away,
I want to see 3 ghosts by the end of the year.
when I was living in Puerto Rico for, the past
Literally living in Puerto Rico.
past couple weeks, ironically, I didn't bring my protein. This is no plug to Orgain, but, shout out later on in the episode. You'll hear about them. I forgot my protein, wasn't really worried about it, but I still worked out pretty hard like we had spoke about. I noticed after like week 1 of not taking my protein, my body was like really, really sore. This had to be the first time that for a 2-week period since I've been lifting for the past 10, 12 years that I didn't consistently take protein. As soon as I got back home and started my protein regimen again, the soreness really went away.
Alleviated.
Yeah. And that was something, I guess because I've been on it for so long, I never realized the benefits of it.
Well, you're so active that your body didn't have time to build up the lactic acid. So that's probably a tip.
Just this, like, I lift all the time and I don't really get like crazy sore. I mean, I was doing a lot of pull-ups and stuff, but I was shocked. I was shocked that I really felt a difference from a supplement.
There's a big argument that there's a trend that people are going towards the 3-day cycle of working out where they do back, chest, legs, and then arms, and they rest in between each day.
Yeah, Justin does that. Look at him.
Yeah. But I find it interesting because I'm like,
No, it's good. Yeah,
possible, but I don't know if you can do that to build.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if
Yep.
you're hitting enough.
See, you value time like I do for sure, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to work out just 3 days. It gives me such a boost. Today, perfect example, right?
Yeah.
Callie had a really, really rough night. Shout out Karina. She was super mom last night. I mean, Callie was throwing up to the point that like there were chunks in these towels, and in the middle of the night I was running downstairs to the washing machine to like wring it out. It was absolutely disgusting. Gross. But while I was running downstairs, Karina was obviously, you know, wiping off Callie, taking care of it. So she did that 2 different times in the middle of the night. Don't really know what's going on. Could be teething. Called the doctor. They said, don't worry about it. Just monitor it. She's got no fever or anything like that.
I could be a doctor because that's all the doctors say. Monitor it.
Oh,
yeah,
exactly.
No, I was just going to let it fly.
So like my mood was shot, super tired. I slept in a little bit. I didn't wake up till like 6:30.
Nice, isn't it?
It was
I
nice.
did it yesterday.
But I still had to get it in. One, I knew we were recording today. For me to get my mental right, so I end up going to the gym. I only had like 45 minutes, where usually I'll have an hour 15, hour and a half. I kind of take my time, maybe some breaks in between, right? 15-second, 30-second bangers.
Talk to some fans.
Talk to the fans, you know, a little record, wink into the phone. But today I didn't do that. No music, 45 minutes on the clock. I got busy. After that 45 minutes, and I drank my shake, got into the shower, something happened, and just my mind came back. So my point is, I don't know if I would just want to work out 3 days because of the benefits that I reap after working out.
This is going to shock you. I agree with you because I was thinking about it, and when I was doing the full body workouts, I was still doing them.
This is going to shock you. I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that.
Because the 3 days a week, in theory, sounds really good, and I could see like having that as a backup in case you really can't.
Right.
But I actually have been enjoying, and I'll get it to when I give you an update, enjoying the art of trying to body build. Like, I'm not trying to be like one of the big bodybuilders, but I enjoy the like trying to hit certain and learning about that stuff.
Yep.
You know, because that's something that when we were doing the challenge, I got really into was like the science of it.
Sculpting.
You know, it's fun. There's a level of science, and then there's a level like just get it done. It doesn't really matter.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Just do something.
Yes.
So it's been good.
Yeah. But a golden rule for me too is I'll never take more than 2 days off in a row. For me, what it does mentally, it just throws me off of my whole routine. And there's no need for me to take more than 2 days off ever.
I think we've spoken about it, but I think for work, like for doing like momentum wise, I agree because like even these long weekends where I've not done, I mean, I've done something, but not something that moved the needle forward.
Right.
Like I think in the morning I need to do something so that the next day I'm in that routine versus just cold turkey and then try to re-up it. I really struggle in the summer to relax. Like it gives me anxiety if I have like 3 or 4 days without action. But I have to learn how to leverage that because now everyone's back and there's no time. So it's like,
I agree with that too. But even when we were on vacation, I made sure that I unplugged from work. You know, check emails here and there, get back to the important ones. But if I didn't work out every day, I would have been drinking by 10 a.m. Right. Whereas now I was drinking at like 12 or 1. You know, but at least I got something productive in. Was my thought process.
I like it.
So give me your update after you speak on the barbecue that we had this weekend.
Oh yeah, that was a
clinic.
Mark.
Clinic.
What's Mark's last name?
Carter.
How do I forget? I forgot because he gave me so much meat that my brain is in a tizzy. But he cooked every meat under the sun. He whipped out a filet mignon at what time was that? 11 p.m. Something like that. And he cooked it up, and then he hit it with the Peter Luger's steak sauce, which is my favorite. If you haven't had it, it's like a cocktail, old school cocktail sauce barbecue combo with the horseradish. He did the combo. He dressed it nice, and they literally just dropped a full plate of it in front of me.
His skill set is a little different when it comes to the grill,
and he enjoys it. I mean, he loves it. He was hugging that grill all night.
He loves it.
Hugging that grill, and I was the beneficiary once again. I get cigars from Dave, steak from Mark, and Daddy's happy. No, he did an unbelievable job. For me, the recent home gym has been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it. I'm falling back in love with working out with weights. I found that I like to keep it, I like to mix up the workouts. So like I started doing a lot of landmine presses. You know what landmines are? Mm-hmm. Never really did them, but it's another creative way to use some weight in a different angle. So it's when you rest half of the straight bar on the ground and then put the other half of the weight, and then you could do like squats, you could do presses, you can do pulls,
rows,
but it's just another angle to hit. And not having all the equipment but having a lot of it has helped me get creative and then enjoy the workout a little more. What I have been doing, which is kind of hilarious, there's this guy on Instagram I've been following. So I watch Action Bronson a lot, and he's been going through a phase of like working out, and then he does his grill thing. but he works out with these guys in California called Strength Cartel. And it's these huge dudes that are like body, like heavyweight, all heavy.
Yep.
They're just they're your people, you know? Beards, tats. Yeah, the best. So this guy, Big Boy, is the main guy, right? And he's just like, I don't know how to explain it, like very likable. He's like, yeah, you're going to hit that weight, huh? You're going to hit that weight, huh? Like he talks like kind of like a cholo, but with weights. It's incredible. And then he'll invite people to work out with him. So like he had Putinowski or one of those like world record bodybuilders. But when the guy comes, like as if you were going to come work out with me, which we'll do, he's like, the guy's pressing 800 pounds, whatever it is. And he's asking him, he's like, all right, so like, where's the tweak in the technique? And this guy's like, well, when you bench, especially on incline, you got to hit the pocket. So he's like, to hit the pocket, you have to turn your hands out like you're bending the bar.
Yep.
And then when it comes down, it should feel like a bow and arrow. And he's like, these little tricks, and they're pushing like 135 pounds, but doing the technique. I'm like, oh, like these dudes actually, it's not just sheer power, it's a lot of technique.
Right, yes.
But I've really enjoyed having them doing a workout while I'm also working out. Because when Big Boy's yelling at the dude, where he's like, easy money, I'm lifting too. So I'm like he's talking to me.
I like that. That's a good visual.
So that's been a different thing. In addition, I got the Sunny Fitness rack bar, squat rack.
Rack bar.
And what I realized, and I did it while I was at your barbecue, I was a little drunk, and I was looking up add-ons for equipment.
You kept saying, Dave, I'm getting more gym equipment.
Yeah.
I'm getting more gym equipment.
Look at this, add-ons. So I got wrist straps. I got a attachment for a landmine. I was doing so much weight. When I would lift it up, I'd lift the whole thing up because the weight was too dispersed. Yeah, you know about that already.
But you're saying you bought the piece for the back of the weight, so
so you put it in and it's attached.
Yes.
So then when you pull it up,
stays on the ground.
A lever. Yeah.
Yes.
So I did that. I ordered a I don't even know what it's called, like a pulley, so I can do triceps.
The straight pull down bar.
Yeah, but it's like
or the curve one.
They're all add-ons, so it like hooks into the equipment already. Yep. So there's like I think a U-hook that goes in the top and it comes down.
Gotcha.
Which is pretty cool. So like these little things, I'm finding if each month or each like week, if there's a little thing I can get that gets me excited to use it.
Yep.
Slowly and surely, my gym's getting built out pretty sick. The only thing that I'm worrying about is we're going to start renovations in a couple weeks. And I'm like, all this shit I got that it's going to be in the basement. I can't because there's new stuff. So I'm going to try to work through it while they're doing renovations.
You could do it.
I'm going to be inhaling like sawdust. But it's been good. The air fryer has been incredible. I've been cooking. I
saw your fried chicken sandwich.
I made a 93.7
that looks good.
Lean burger for breakfast this morning. Yeah, the air fryer chicken sandwich is 75% less fat. It was just like a quick, let me just pound some protein. Yep. So this initial phase, like I did with the previous challenge, I'm not worrying so much about the calories. I'm worried about hitting the protein getting stronger.
Yes.
So my max was 235 I did 5 times 5.
You coming for the crown?
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
I'm going to get 315. No problem.
Sure, you want me to throw that on the bar tomorrow for you and wink into it?
So... what was I gonna say? But we should do a body to weight ratio and challenge to try to get it. I gotta make up a lot.
You're very similar in weight though.
No, I'm not. How much do you weigh right now?
230.
Yeah, so I'm like, I get down to like 200.
I'm 229.
There's no way you're getting down to 200. No, I'm 222. So the focusing on the protein, trying to get stronger. So the previous was 235, 5 times 5, and then today I did 6 times 5. So I did 6 reps, 5 sets.
Nice.
Is that
very
how
nice.
I'm saying it?
Yes. Well, if you did it 6 by 5.
Is it cheating if I have the wrist support? Because I effed up my wrist pretty good.
It's not cheating. I mean,
it's
so
so
just,
nice and tight.
It is tight. It's definitely tight. But again,
you don't use them, huh?
No,
like
I don't use it on anything. No.
It really helps you engage. Instead of engaging the grip, you're engaging the muscle.
But for me, I used to use them. Back in the day when I was 222, I used to use them. 222. No, but I really did because same type of thing. I remember my wrists were hurting a little bit, and I do remember when I would pull, especially on like a row or something, you did feel the engagement in the lat a little bit more.
Yeah, because it pulls
had
your hand away.
Then I got obsessed with. I don't like using things that if I remove that, I can't do the same weight.
I love using things that if you remove it,
just the enhancements.
Yeah.
I don't know. I look, it's not a knock. Look, we spoke about the gloves. Just don't wear the gloves that CV put on the last episode with the fingers sticking out. So because as soon as you do that, I'm coming on Instagram, I'm blasting you.
When the guy does the record bench, you know how they wear the jackets?
Yes. Yeah. If you start wearing a jacket, but it does it adds like 100 pounds to your bench press with those jackets. It's ridiculous. I had a sleeve one time, literally, and I was able to do 315 for like 18 reps. And I was like, this is fake.
I know I was saying, like, I don't need to lift heavyweight, but it's so fun. Like, I enjoy it. It's like the heavy man competition. Like,
I see Mike.
And it's a good party trick. Like, Mike can bench 400 pounds and be like, no way. And then you're just throwing it up. So I fell back in love with lifting heavy weights.
Good for you,
I'm excited for it. I was going to tell you another thing about the gym. I don't know. I'll come back to it. But it's there's so much equipment. It's limitless. So much fun.
Limitless. That's another movie with a pill.
Yeah. Oh, the grip. So the wrist, it's just nice.
Like my movie, that went over your head. My movie
Limitless.
Reference.
That's a good reference,
right?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's just nice. It feels tight. When you're lifting by yourself, no spotter, you need that extra because you hold it like this, right? Like the actual way you're supposed to hold it. That's sketchy. When it gets heavy because you do one move and it gets out of... Well,
I've been stuck before. I'm not going to lie.
The big dudes, the big boy and his crew, the Strength Cartel, which I might have to get some gear.
That's pretty good.
Collab. They work a lot on like parts of the motion because they're at such heavy weight. They're like, I can't even get the bar off. So he's like, I'm going to work on just dropping it down.
Racks.
So someone pulls it up, they drop it down.
Gotcha.
The reverse.
Floor presses, things like that.
Yeah, they do a lot of floor presses.
I'm part of the cartel mob too.
I do. These dudes
What's
are,
called tough?
You would look like a twig. But it's funny because like Action Bronson, when he works out with them, they hype him up and they're so like...
Action Bronson's a big dude too, right?
Well, not anymore, but he's strong because he's been carrying around 400, whatever, 350 his life. But when he goes, like he's actually pretty strong. Like he did 450 farmer carries. So just casual. Like Farmer's just did it. Yeah. We got to start doing like heavy weights.
Tie garbage cans to the end.
I'm so on the soft side when it comes to profession, like always in a collar and I'm so white collar and all, like it's nice to get a little grimy in the gym, you know, get a little rough.
I was going to say the straps that you posted this morning.
Sick.
They're they look like military style.
Yeah, well,
much tougher.
We'll get to in the recce.
Much tougher than you.
Yeah, I go for tough looking stuff.
Awesome stuff, man. No, and look, I see.
Are you excited for Jim Miguel?
You're peaking.
Are you excited? No, I'm thick though. Still, like the weight that hasn't moved. I haven't checked the muscle. I'm just trying to get strong, and I think it'll follow.
Listen, maybe if you just start walking around all, what was the
Yali'd?
Brocky.
I'm trying to get peeled. No, peeled's like cut, right?
Yes, shredded.
They called it Augie.
Augie. Yeah, what is it called?
Augie?
What's Augie? Well, yeah, what's that reference?
I'm Aki, right, Justin? Yeah. That's what
no, Aki's like you can't move.
Yeah.
Like.
No. Aki is like
awkward. Aki.
It does sound like
it's like them dudes that like walk around and they look like they hurting. Like, you know them dudes?
They're walking around.
I love Justin's voice.
So when I'm in a suit,
Justin's got a hood voice.
Thick, I'm look like I'm hurting because my pants are like my pants don't fit anymore.
Their arms come out. Look, I'll put a photo in. It's like their arms come out and then they walk like
the waddle.
You're Aki.
Am I Aki?
Yeah, you're Aki.
You guys are the worst, man. This has become a roast Dave session.
Team Trim over here.
Listen, CV got on the mic.
Oh,
I heard him. The fans want to hear from him.
The voice.
We haven't heard from the voice in months.
I can guarantee you nobody is waiting to hear me.
Listen.
Dude, would you want to get in a strongman competition? Let's start doing strongman workouts.
Just strongman workouts? CV, man. How are you, my brother? It has been a while since we've heard from you.
I'm good, man.
He's like always late night.
I'm good,
He's
man.
He's like Delilah.
You got an update for us at all?
No.
No update?
No.
Come on, man. You punting?
I'm trying to get Aki.
Yeah, it's punt season.
Punt season?
It is punt season. Football's back. Good
Football
transition.
is back.
Let's go Jets. They play Carolina. Yeah, Justin just broke a ceiling tile. You're a Giants fan, right?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, what did you just say before?
What?
You were like, I think the Jets are playing in Panther.
Sometimes I miss words.
What is that?
Well, how about my quotes? What did I write? Assess versus...
Oh, my God, yeah. So Mike does the quotes in the morning, right? And then, the quote was, it's supposed to be assess before something.
Progress or something?
Right? And Mike wrote access. So I texted him like, access, question mark? Like, what is that? It was like, oh, damn.
Oh, my God. I told you a story how I was in remedial English, right? In college?
Yeah,
Yeah, ESL. Yeah.
You didn't know that you were on all special classes the entire time. That's how you became a
I told you
real
that,
estate
right?
agent.
We get into the class and the teacher's talking and the teacher's a Jamaican or something. I swear to God. And then he's like asking everyone and everyone's like saying their names. And I'm the only person that's like English as a first language. I swear to God. My SAT scores for English were so bad, they put me in a second language course in college. I swear to God.
I know.
Then
I'm not making fun of you.
Then the math teacher, someone saw that and thought because of that, I wouldn't be able to do math. So they said like, this can be a tough class, blah, blah. And that class was cake because I'm a math guy.
Right.
But anyway.
Mike has a special master's in finance. It's incredible.
I love my mother. Have you ever heard my mom talk?
Yes.
Her English is she says huge member, like she just takes out portions. My dad too, I guess. Frank too.
Oh man.
Human instead of human.
Yeah, there's a couple words I do that with. What was a strange one I just said the other day and somebody was like, what? I don't know.
You say
what is it that
confused.
Yeah, confused.
You throw like a weird accent.
I get very confused.
Yeah, you throw like a weird accent.
I get very confused.
No one has a worse accent than brother Chris Salvo.
Oh God, terrible. The mumble mouth.
The jaw.
Mumble mouth.
The jaw.
The jaw.
That's what they call him, the jaw.
We wanted to take a quick second to let you guys know that we partnered with our good friends over at Orgain.com. We're happy to offer our listeners 30% off by entering the code NoSnooze30. Again, that's NoSnooze30 for 30% off your first order. If you're on the market for a new protein powder, nutritional shake, protein bar, or Mike's favorite, collagen peptides, Orgain is your one-stop shop. As all of you know, my Crohn's disease is currently in remission, and the only protein I use is from Orgain. My personal favorites are the chocolate peanut butter and the vanilla bean. With the code, you can try a 2-pound tub for under $20. Talk about not snoozing. Go get yours today. Now, back to the epi.
Oh, man. All right, switching over. Work update.
Yes.
So it was look, hurricane, trying to get very serious here. Hurricane Ida came through. Started out category 4 in Louisiana, right?
I don't know. I didn't hear any hype about it.
Why are you guys laughing? Category 4. There's the word. That's the word.
What was the first storm where everyone was worried about it? What was that one?
Oh, that's when I was in Puerto Rico on a beach.
Oh, it must be nice.
Yeah.
Whatever the previous storm where everyone was going to Stop and Shop, getting prepared and all that, that was the problem. They hyped it up.
Yep.
It didn't deliver.
Nothing.
So then the follow-up.
Oh, so yeah.
That's
so
what happened.
Ida savaged through the East Coast, right?
Wild.
Came into New York, Connecticut, tri-state area. That was Wednesday night where it was dumping 3 inches of rain per hour. Something like, it's been the most rain I think since New York has seen since, was that Katrina or Sandy? Right? Yeah, like 10, 12 years ago. Dude, my job, man, unfortunately, we had in certain areas, up to 2 feet of water.
That's crazy. Think about
running through the entire facility. So now our season has shifted. We were so excited to start all these programs and services up for the residents to now I'm working with FEMA on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, the recovery process is serious, but thank God everybody that we know and the team is safe. But it really put a lot of perspective on things for me because we put thousands and thousands of dollars into capital improvements and renovations. I mean, you've been in the facility. It's beautiful. Really beautiful. Yeah. One of the gym floors completely ruined. The pool completely ruined. So we have to. This is a part of my job that I've never even. I didn't even know how do you study for that.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, I have to be the expert on it.
Yeah. Well, you just got to learn on the job.
Well, that's what it is, right? So no, man, really, really tough time. I left my car in the parking lot. Thank God, it's a little bit higher off the ground. Shout out Chevy Tahoes, baby.
Yeah, Tahoe.
But we had 5 town cars completely flood, brand new pickup trucks completely flood, 5 feet of water in the actual water shop for the town.
Well, think
that
about
ironic?
this too. The car shortages.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, all these
yeah, man,
it's going to exacerbate.
And I don't know if anybody died in Connecticut, but there was like 20
firemen or something.
20
right?
some. Oh, people did die in Connecticut.
I think someone did.
20 something people in New Jersey. I think it was 17 in New York. Sad story about a 2-year-old boy, and his mother and father living in an illegal basement.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
That's tough. And then it flooded. Yeah, man. It really sparked a conversation about insurance too.
Yeah.
Like, really look into your insurance in terms of flood insurance, whether it's renter's insurance, homeowners.
Yeah, definitely get it because you don't want to call without it.
And honestly, what's funny is there's these add-ons for like, $12 to $17 extra a month that will save you thousands and thousands of dollars in a claim. Yeah. And the people that didn't do that, unfortunately, is
that's the problem with insurance. It's like you don't prepare. The majority of the time you'll never use
it. But that's like firemen, right? Like they're not really essential until the building is burning and they're running inside and everybody's running out.
Like life insurance is so morbid. But it's like
you need it though. Absolutely. So yeah, man, it's crazy to think about just in one day the shift that my job has now taken.
And all these kids are supposed to go back to school. Now all of a sudden they're displaced. All the people that are dealing with COVID situations now on top of it, you have this. It's pretty eye-opening because the majority of the time we're not affected by this stuff. I mean, Sandy, other stuff, but this happens other places all the time. And I think I'm a little numb to it because it doesn't hit home. When this happens, you're like, holy hell.
And it was weird. It was very eerie. I mean, we'll talk a little bit about, this episode drops after September 11th. I can't believe it's 20th anniversary. It makes us feel old. I have a good story about 9/11 that we'll get into, but it reminded me of 9/11 because the day of 9/11, the day right after, September 12th, I remember these beautiful blue skies. And it was like an eerie feeling. I come out of my house. Fortunately, there was no damage at the house. And it's this beautiful, beautiful day. Then I walk into the facility at work, and it was just the gloom. I mean, people were walking in and crying hysterically.
Yeah.
And then you walk outside, and it was beautiful. Very, very strange feeling.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I remember being in middle school, and they called us to the auditorium.
Yes.
But they didn't tell us anything.
Yep.
They just sat us there, and they were sitting there. And then they basically said, like, if you had anyone who works in the city, like, come up here.
Yep.
And then they put them to the side, talked to them.
Yes.
And they were just standing there. And then they sent us home. And I remember getting home because my mom works at she worked at Greenwich Capital, RBS, and a lot of their people were in the building.
Yeah.
So that which was like because we were just seeing it firsthand. We're in the news.
Yep.
So that was wild. But all that stuff, it's terrible. I mean, obviously it takes a long time to get over, but it's a recalibration. Like all this stuff that happens, at the end of the day, a house is a house. It's only money. Like I know that's hard to say because a lot of people have their life savings in their houses.
Right.
But if you have health, you have the opportunity to rebuild.
I agree with you 100%. I had, a couple individuals that, so we started a group chat at work, obviously for emergency situations, just to keep everybody informed. But then, certain individuals started sending, pictures of the facility damaged to the entire group.
Yeah.
So I was getting phone calls left and right of people just really upset that they now saw basically their home. Look, you're working just as much, if not more, than you are at home.
Yeah.
So these people, this facility becomes your family and your home. So I that was really my whole spiel was, look, we don't really know what we're doing. Mm-hmm. We're going to figure it out. We're going to come back stronger. And I promise you, as long as we have everybody on board, then we'll be just fine.
Yeah. This past year has really created a urgency of like, not a movie guy, but
when I know this one, I know it.
Shawshank Redemption.
Don't know.
Get busy living or get busy dying. You ever hear that quote?
No.
It's a good one.
Get busy living?
Get busy living. It's when he escapes. I don't want to ruin the end for you, but that movie's been out for forever. So, and it's a classic.
It's a classic, all right.
I'll you know what? Your boy, who's the singer that recreated it? Lil Nas X, his industry baby. He references the movie in the beginning with the hole out of jail.
I gotta
forget it. You're lost cause.
I gotta add it to my list.
Yeah, but get busy living, get busy dying, because it's like either you're going that way or not. Who knows? Tomorrow might be all done.
That's a great point.
Aliens, ghosts, who
Taylor? Who knows?
Taylor.
How'd you guys make out though? Everything was all right?
I kind of felt guilty because we did no preparation. Pembroke got hammered. The part of town I live in, I have two houses now. One used to flood all the time, but it would go right through because it was like on a hill.
Yep.
So I was like, that had to, and I reached out to the tenants to tell me, no, like little puddling, that's it, which is like a miracle.
Wow.
Then our new house, no idea how it stands up in any of this stuff. Nothing. Not a drop, which was like shocking. But then you go down the street, Caroline, which is our house intersects with Caroline. There was a $1.5 million house that just sold like a week ago. And there was water up to the top of the garage basement, and the car was submerged. So you just saw the back of the car.
Wow.
Right across from the lake. So that sucks. And then the next day walking around, there was people that were basically that all you saw was hoses pumping water out of the houses.
Right.
I think downtown Portchester, the whole street got shut down.
Yeah, my dad, he lives in Rybrook.
Yeah,
and
Rybrook got hammered.
Dude, his house fortunately was okay. His neighbor, this older lady, went to check on her. She had 5 feet of water in her basement.
Jesus.
She was sitting alone in the house on the top floor, just crying hysterically, looking down, and all her stuff in the basement floating around. So my dad was trying to help her. Shout out my dad. He's a good guy.
I probably should have helped more people. I got a couple texts from people just checking in on us.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that was nice. And then I was like, I didn't do that for anyone. Like,
well,
I got to get better at that.
Now's your opportunity to check
Well,
on
it's
them.
too late now. Like,
Yeah, but you know what's nuts, man? This was the remnants
yeah, there wasn't even like
of
the
a
actual
hurricane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't even the hurricane. We didn't have the winds. They had 150 mile an hour winds.
So the contingency plan moving forward, it's like I think people will take a lot more consideration in things. I had a conversation with a friend. I basically said, would you live in a flood zone but be on like waterfront property if you knew every 10 years it was going to flood? And I was like, probably, right? Because it's
if you lift
you
it,
just got to be safe.
But you got to lift it, put it on concrete.
No. I'm saying you buy something in the flood zone, not lifted, but it's incredible. 10 years. You have unbelievable sunsets, parties, all that stuff.
Well, I guess
but
if you just sleep on air mattresses.
When that,
though.
yeah, you're screwed once it comes.
Oof, I don't know. That's a tough question.
I would.
That really is like.
That's like, would you take the roof if you never took the roof off of your Jeep, you'd never get rain in it.
Right.
Mistakenly, which I used to do all the time.
Yeah.
And then I had to thought to myself, like, once in a while it gets soaked, but
I remember we actually drove up to Boston.
Yeah.
I left my hardtop for the Wrangler. Mike and I both had Wranglers back in the day. Well, not back in the day. That was my last car. You too, right?
Yeah.
But I left the hardtop in New York, drive to Boston for like a 2-day trip with Frank, and it starts downpouring. But I was like, well, at the end of the day, I guess it's a Wrangler. That's what it's made for.
Yeah, and then it's all rusted
I missed the
out.
Rang Gang.
Rang Game's best.
That was awesome.
Wild stuff. So should we get in the Rex on a higher?
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk No Snooze recommendations.
Was that the current event?
No, I got a good current event. Your cousin actually. Mike is reaching. Oh boy! Oh, the straps.
Do you know how to use the strap?
Let me see.
Do you even know how to use it?
Let me show you. So for those
Am
of
I
you
doing it right? I think I'm doing it right.
well, you need to go across.
So these are
Yeah, there you
the
go.
Iron Infidel,
Yep.
a company founded by ex-SWAT team members. So if it's good enough
These-
for the SWAT, it's good enough for me.
These look much tougher than you, Michael.
I know, right? Isn't that the best part?
Yeah,
It's
much
got a
tougher.
skull with a couple machines behind. Oh no, it's a gun and a rack bar.
And a rack bar.
Iron Infidel, sick logo. These were like $17. If you sign up, you get some type of discount. They have straps. They have some gear, some clothing that I think you would pull off a little better than me. You know what I get a vibe? I get the similar vibe as a tactical baby gear. So these straps, I use these
Tactical
for
rack
pulls. So you throw it over top like this,
Yep.
right? And then you tighten it like this.
Yep. Maybe you should
As you
send
lift.
CV a slow-mo video
Of
you
doing it,
it.
so I could show you.
Yeah.
But part of me, I sort of got. Dana can corroborate this conversation. Maybe Taylor showed up in our house because she wanted to see the power. I was walking around like this.
I was just gonna
because
say
it's the best.
I can see Michael going into like a closing or something.
Just
right?
with the straps.
Just with the straps
You never
on,
know where you're gonna have to
holding
pull,
the
dude.
pen, strapping up,
Doing
signing
pull-ups.
the documents. You definitely. This makes you look a lot tougher than you are.
And this side's nice, but the watch, it does hurt me a little bit to watch.
Well, that's why you got to take the watch off,
Yeah,
Michael.
No, you keep the watch on.
Oh
Do the
my
cows.
God.
I do like that.
Wow.
But I have to say the
How much are they?
it is $17.99.
Oh, you said that already.
But you can get a discount. It's
enter No Snooze 30 for
ex
30%.
SWAT. I like to support the ex service, service people,
Yeah.
Army, whoever
I
it is.
agree.
I actually like that. There's a Black Rifle Coffee that does coffee,
Yes.
which is ex-military.
Yep.
I like supporting that stuff because a lot of the times there is no after
Right.
for those people,
Yep.
and they have to deal with so much, So it's nice to be able to support that and kind of look a little tougher. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get my man card at some point.
You are.
So I'll leave these on for the rest.
Yeah,
of the show.
yeah, definitely leave them on.
Do you want them? You know you like this. You like the look. But these
I'm
these
telling
aren't
you.
as bad as gloves
No, definitely not.
because they actually look, and
They
they're
look tough.
because you're pulling weight.
Michael, don't get the gloves.
Pulling weight.
Don't get the gloves.
No, I can't get the gloves.
No, good stuff. So I have a current event, and I said it was your cousin because we have 62-year-old Paulie Veneto. Paul Veneto, aka Paulie.
Paulie V.
Right? So there's this thing on Instagram right now. You can follow the journey. Well, this actually airs right after September 11th, the Monday after. But sorry, Siri just kicked in here. So like I said, 62-year-old, this guy happened to be a flight attendant for 30 plus years, right? He takes a day off on September 11th, 2001.
I did see this.
He lives in Boston. His not comrades, but his colleague. Yeah, I don't know why I said comrades. His colleagues, unfortunately, jump on like United Flight 175 that got hijacked and flew into the World Trade Center. So this guy had a great career. This is now obviously 20 years ago. He ends up flying for another 10 years after that. Gets addicted to drugs. Long story short, becomes clean. September 11th this year will be actually 6 years that he's sober. So I like that sobriety story in itself. But again, he lives in Boston. So he thought, wow, let me do a in memory of the stewardess and those that flew on that plane. And the best way to do it is to actually push a stewardess cart, a drink cart, from Boston Airport to Ground Zero.
That's wild.
Nuts, right? So he planned on doing 10 to 20 miles a day and actually walking. The support, though, has been absolutely incredible. A really feel-good story on, an unfortunate day and the tragic events of 2001. He's raising money, and I have the link. And it is made, obviously, to benefit the crew members and the families who died on 9/11. Donations can be made via the website, pauliespush.com, or checks can be sent to Paulie's Push in care of First Republic Bank, 160 Federal Street. We'll put all the info there. 8th floor. Attention, Cam Clifford, Boston 02110.
Stuff's great.
Right? I'm just awesome. But it's 62 years old. My man's walking from Boston to New York. I can't get a workout in for 45 minutes in the morning.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but he's walking, right? Because the great ones walk.
But he's pushing a cart.
The great ones
pushing
walk. But that's what I'm saying. The
a
great
beverage
ones walk.
cart. Yeah, man. The great ones walk.
Yeah.
No, man. But I saw that story. So he actually walked through. He just walked through Greenwich.
Yeah. That's why I saw it. Someone posted it.
Yeah.
I wish I knew. I would love to watch.
You would have definitely
follow him or something.
Yeah, you would have walked with him.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Throw a hoodie on. Good promo.
But imagine him
wild.
taking the day off on September 11th, supposed to be on that flight.
Yeah, that's wild. That whole like survivor's remorse element is that's wild.
I hope I told the story.
No, that was good. That was good. I got it.
You got it? You got the gist of it? But you know me. I don't know if everybody else is going to get the gist.
Everyone by now, people have been listening. They understand your language.
They understand my language?
They speak Dave.
They speak my language?
Speak Nandy.
Neandy,
not even Nandy.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. I need to sip my coffee quick.
Yeah, get a hit of that coffee. Highly caffeinated. At this time, if you made it this far, make sure to like, subscribe, share, show some love, drop a sub. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Check out No Snooze Shop. Hoodie season on the way. Can't wait.
Yep.
Love hoodie season.
NoSnoozeShop.com.
Yeah, NoSnoozeShop.com. Do we drop a black and orange hoodie?
CV, what do you think about that? Or the orange with the black logo?
Spooky season. Orange.
I love the fact that we get
orange.
so hyped. I get so hyped about some shirts and you can't sell one of them.
I think hoodies are an angle. I think people like the hoodies.
Yes, and the hats.
Because you can reuse it. I've seen more people out and about with the hoodies and the hats than anything.
Yeah.
Shirts are more for us.
I agree.
My donut shirt, probably never sell one.
No, but you know what? It's funny. It is part of the business, too. Like,
it's fun.
You have to be willing to put out these failures, right?
And we also don't we promote them, but we also don't
go
commercials.
Too hard.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. We don't have Justin Anthony Sanchez modeling it like that.
Yeah, but stuff takes time too, because it's like you got to keep taking little shots. What works, but it takes a long time, especially if it's like a secondary thing to our full lives. But I love it. I love the shop. All my hoodies.
Yes, sir. CV, I got a question for you, man. Where are you at in your journey?
What journey are we talking about?
His, just personal
life journey,
personal weight loss, fitness, life.
It's tough, man.
Of course it's tough.
It's on a perpetual punt.
A perpetual punt. But what's the plan finishing the year? I mean, you got, so it's September now.
I got to get to 10.
Right? We got October, November, December. You had an original.
December gets tough.
Original goal.
In all honesty, trying to get back. I guess that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to get back.
Me too, CB.
No, look, I hear you.
As far as I can go.
The accountability piece. You want the straps?
These will help.
Yeah, I do.
I know, and I ask you because I think a lot of people can definitely relate. But I still think it comes down to there's nothing that he doesn't know that he has to do, right? He has the formula. Everything that he needs is already inside of him. Yes, it was a crazy work season for him. Yes, things I'm sure with the house and the wife and everything else that's going on. But the reality is when you want something, you'll do it and you'll be able to snap back to it. So I look forward to you providing us with an update next week, CV. Crickets. Enter
I think
crickets
if you
here.
but I think if you keep taking shots, like I know I keep taking shots, keep retooling. Maybe that's a detriment,
Yep.
but it's also like at some point you'll figure it out.
And that's the thing. But like, really, the comment I just made about he already has everything inside of him. I think we all do, But we have these this negative mindset, all of us, right? There's still so many days that I just don't want to get up and get after it the way that we do.
Yeah.
But when you know the outcome of it and you reap the benefits in the past like you have, you need to be able to do the exact opposite of what it is that you don't want to do. So if you don't want to work out, you have to be willing to just tell yourself, no, I have no choice. I'm going to do that. And it's the same thing in business too.
Yeah.
Same thing in your relationship, right? When Karina yells at me and I want to yell back, sometimes I have to do the exact opposite of that to make the situation better.
Yeah.
And it's about the consistency of that.
Yeah. But it's a puzzle because there's more than one lane that you're focusing on. So
Yes.
it's like, how do you fit it all together?
Yeah. No, it's just about getting better every day, man. Moving that needle. Moving that needle forward.
For me, I need to buy items. I need to get excited about random stuff.
Spend thousands on rack bar.
Then you got to find like something to aspire to, like these heavy lifters, something fun.
Yep.
I try to incorporate it all.
Yeah, man. No, good stuff. I think it was a good update. I think we're good on time here. I like the not so long episodes too.
Yeah,
I like
quick
throwing
ones
them in. I do want to bring to the table. There's been a couple questions that come in here and there, and I save them. Right. So I have a whole bunch. I have about like 15 questions.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do them now, obviously. But I think we can get into a formula to where maybe we pick out 3 questions, run a little short episode on it. We answer it.
Yeah.
It's not like we have all the answers, but we can give you our perspective.
Yeah. No snooze answers.
But yeah, NoSnoozePodcast at gmail.com. If you want to send in a question
or just
DM us. Mike, you kill me.
Thank you.
Sometimes Michael will open a DM.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Not respond to it, and then I don't see it because it was already open.
You know what happens is it pops up on the top of my thing and I hit it by
And
accident.
you hit it by
and
accident?
then I'm in there and I'm like, oh,
Gotcha.
is there a way to put it on
I know.
unread?
I feel bad. I wrote back.
So I gotta respond?
I wrote back just saying, I'm so sorry. I just saw this. I think we must have opened it and never got back to you. Somebody just wrote in, with a nice compliment, but we just left them on
Who was the compliment for?
Left them on red.
Was it for you or me?
And I think it was you, actually.
No way.
think it
I
was
would
about-
have responded
I'm
if
telling
I
you.
saw that.
I think it was your air fryer. And I think somebody had a question about it. And then you just left them hanging.
Yeah.
So if you get left hanging, it's Michael. It's not me. All right.
Air fryer. That's right, baby.
That's all right. It'll bring us to my favorite section right now, Michael. Dave's Dime of the Week.
Dimes.
That's right. I see Justin in the background, too.
With the dimes.
Yeah.
You never pass, though, when you used to play basketball. So how are you dropping dimes?
Listen,
God.
I only scored 1,000
You were
points.
the Kobe.
I literally only scored 1,000 points in 3 years because I took 85 shots a game.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
But look, I got buckets.
it's a numbers game.
I missed a ton of shots.
Was the 1,000-point basketball good?
But I made
Did
a
it
lot,
get ruined
too.
in the flood?
No, it was good.
All right, good.
No, I didn't have that in my
I would have
office.
replaced it for you.
You think I have that in my office?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
You don't have all your accolades in your office?
I need to add that
I have my
one.
trophies from like I was 2.
I should just start writing new accolades on stuff and hanging it up.
Just writing on basketballs, but it's unaffiliated. It's like,
Whose autograph is that? I don't know. Michael Jordan, maybe? Who knows? All right. This has to do with the storms, the perspective piece, right? It was just, I read it, hit home with me, especially with what we're going through at work. Again, I know we have listeners all over the place who are used to these storms, but unfortunately we are not.
you
So-
got good head movement too.
I'm bobbing.
You look like you're boxing.
I'm bobbing and weaving over here. Yeah, speaking of boxing, I know Justin and I need to set that up as well.
Yeah.
Let me get to my quote.
I got to add fight camp to the gym. That looks like fun. You ever see that stuff?
Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path.
Like a baptism. Yeah, dude.
like a baptism.
I had an English teacher, Mr.
Like a
Wasserberg. He said to
baptism.
me, quote unquote, anytime, if you want to sound smart, Anytime someone references a storm or water, just say it's like a baptism.
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
Like a baptism.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a good one, right?
That was it, right? Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you.
Yeah, like a baptism.
I like how you get like these. Your quotes are very like deep and all that. And I'm
Mike is like, life is good.
No. Well, you know what I'm gonna put today. My boy Kobe.
Yeah, that was a good one though.
Yeah.
I needed that today. I'm dead serious.
That was
I wrote that to you.
So my I'm gonna go with Miguel's mantra because I'm grown up. I'm too some to do some. I'm pushing weights.
Did you hear that reference in the song by Rick Ross?
No, did he say?
Oh my God, I thought of you immediately.
Well, I don't know who came up with it. I just heard it through who did
I don't know.
I don't know. All I listen to now is just big dudes. Like that's because I'm trying to play up. You know what I'm saying? So my quote of the day, Miguel's mantra.
What's my
Ellie. No, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Booze don't block dunks. Kobe.
Like a baptism.
On that note,
until next time, stop snoozing.
Get up, get after it, and pull some weight.
Justin, for real, we fight?
I would love to bet on that. We'd open a line, it'd be good.
That wasn't even.
That's another Effie in the books. Go follow us on Instagram and Facebook at No Snooze Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, No Snooze. Come on.